Good evening. Come on, let's hear for our esteemed piper, Joe McGonigal. Please be seated. Please. Good evening, everyone. My name is Carlos Pomares, and I have the pleasure of serving as the president of the Essex County Board of Commissioners. It's been my turn to do so. I follow in some pretty hefty footsteps of my good friend Brendan Gill and others, and they'll be acknowledged in just a little bit. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the 2026 Salute to the Irish Board's version of enjoying the St. Patrick's Day celebration. So welcome all. Every year we look forward to this event. It's a wonderful opportunity, of course, to recognize the diversity of Essex County, and it commemorates the strong Irish heritage present in this county. In the 1760s, so many Irish laborers settled in the north of Newark, where they called Irishtown. A century later, after an influx of Irish Catholics fleeing the potato famine, part of Newark's iron-bound section was dubbed Little Ireland. The Irish community has woven a rich culture and strong traditions in this beautiful Essex County. We are happy this year to recognize Essex County's 3 world-class St. Patrick's Day parade. Newark, Nutley, and West Orange. And I want to say that in alphabetical order so no one says we're giving anyone preference. And we want to acknowledge, of course, their parade committees, their chairs, the grand marshals, the deputy grand marshals, and special honorees. Each of tonight's honorees are propelled by their love for all things Irish, and they bring the Irish spirit, culture, and traditions into every part of their lives. They truly warm our hearts, and we welcome them with great gratitude. So let's all please give them a round of applause. Before we go further, just 2 things that I wanted to share, although most of you know me as Carlos, that Cuban guy. I'm actually a wee bit Irish in that my great-grandmother, Flora Safrio Kelly, fell in love with a gentleman named Avelino Pomares from Spain. And man, the weather must have been bad because they wound up in Havana, as many Spaniards did at that time, and generations later I came, which now I only learned about this 15 years ago. So growing up my entire life, I always asked me outside of my neighborhood if I was Irish. So now I can say I'm a wee bit Irish. And don't let these guys fool you, they're only half Irish. They're gonna, the better half, right? The better half today, that's for sure. I also want to take this opportunity, it's not on the script. I want to welcome Deirdre Hollywood, who celebrates her 25th birthday today. Give her some love, everyone. In your honor, we have cake. And it's fat cake, so that's the best part about it. So happy birthday. To begin this evening's celebration, we're blessed to have vocalist Veronica Shea with us to perform the Irish anthem, a soldier song, and the Star Spangled Banner. So please welcome Ms. Shea up to the front and stand for both sides. Thank you.
Does anyone have any Irish? Great. I don't know when I get it wrong.
Shanti Rashin Shefasa up, with near an offering toll, on harp and hymns of wine of will, legend and gale could wash no stale, legend and share, the noble air should live on in our
Now the one we know the word.
Oh, say, can you see like the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose frost rise and bright stars through the perilous fight, on the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets fled where the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land on the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening for Veronica and Dan again. How great is that? So to everyone that's here, welcome. Just talking to my colleague, Commissioner Gill, believe it or not, this is the 15th year that we've celebrated the Irish and Irish heritage together as a team. We've been here for 5 terms, 15 years, and I tell you, it just seems like it was yesterday. We were doing this at the Hall of Records, and I know Deidre and some of the folks that are here were part of that. I saw some old pictures on my old social media, and you know, one of the greatest parts of serving in elected office isn't so much the nuts and bolts of county government and handling the budget and all the different departments that we run, but it's honoring the different ethnicities, religions, races, and cultures of people that live here in Essex County. Essex County is a true melting pot. Most folks, you know, whether you're living in a different county or you don't even live in New Jersey, somehow, some way you can trace your roots back to Newark or Hudson County, and it's pretty unbelievable. Even when I travel around, I speak to people, I tell them I live in Essex County, and somebody always has some story of a family member or themselves that have lived here or, you know, again, had some kind of memory here in Essex County. You know, for those of you that don't know county government, you know, we have a county executive. His name is Joe DiVincenzo. There's 9 members of the board. I don't think that's my role right now. It's going to be my colleagues to introduce the members of the board that are here tonight. But the reason I wanted to mention Joe D is because we moved this, this annual ceremony to this beautiful recreational building here in, I want to say, I guess this is considered North Newark, because this building really highlights what Essex County is all about. And of course we can change the lights and make them green, and we have a TV screen, but it's his vision, And we're the legislative branch here, and we've supported, if you go around the county, a lot of these community centers and recreational centers. But this one in particular, because of the traffic it gets, obviously we have, I think it's close to 6,000 cherry trees that are about to bloom. So please come through here again in 3 weeks. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. But thank you again for us taking the show on the road and for all the parade dignitaries to be here, which we'll get into in a few minutes. I've been very lucky to share in this event because of my heritage, maternal grandmother being of County Roscommon descent. And of course, I've had my mother who, since the beginning of time, has taken me just about to every parade in the state of New Jersey, New York, and even in Philadelphia since I was a little kid, and it still stems into my, my older years, whether it was in my 20s in college, my 30s, and now my 40s. For many of you tonight, you were able to meet my 4.5-year-old daughter, Angelina, who's here, and she spends a lot of time with me at a lot of the parades and functions as well. So at this point, we're going to move the program along, but again, I wanted to welcome you and say thank you, and I'm just so happy to be here. At this time, though, I'm going to bring up Reverend Camilo Cruz. He's the rector of St. Patrick's Pro Cathedral and pastor of St. John's Church here in Newark. Reverend, if you wouldn't mind coming up and leading us in a prayer, and then we will begin the program. Thank you so much.
Let us pray. Gracious and faithful God, we give you thanks this evening for the gift of heritage, memory, and community. As we gather to celebrate the rich Irish tradition in Essex County, in Newark, Nutley, West Orange, and throughout our towns, we remember the generations who came to these shores with little, but with faith, courage, and hope. Many arrive as strangers, seeking dignity, opportunity, and a place to belong. Through perseverance, sacrifice, and deep trust in your providence, they helped build the communities we cherish today. We remember especially the witness of St. Patrick, who proclaimed faith with humility and courage, and whose legacy reminds us that faith is lived not only in prayer, but in compassion, justice, and care for the most vulnerable. Bless those who are honored this evening and their families. Bless them because they keep these traditions alive. May their dedication inspire us to continue building bridges of understanding, welcoming the stranger, defending the dignity of the poor, and working together for the common good. As we celebrate this heritage, remind us that every generation is called to renew the promise of this land, a promise that there is a room at the table for all who seek hope, opportunity, and belonging. Guide our leaders, strengthen our communities, and help us remain faithful to the values of faith, justice, and solidarity. We ask this in gratitude for those who came before us and in hope for the generations yet to come. We pray in the name of Jesus, our Savior and Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Thank you. So good evening. Good evening. It's an Irish celebration, right? My name is Commissioner Brendan Gill. I'm honored to be here with you again as we celebrate not only the three great parades that we have in this county, but we celebrate the Irish I want to, again, thank my colleague on the board, Commissioner Luciano, a strong Irish name, that, that has been putting this program together with me now for 15 years. Commissioner Luciano did something, he's talking about old pictures on social media. I saw some of those pictures today. You did something quite amazing. You got more hair as 15 years went on than less. It's early, it's early. But just kidding. Exactly, science and medicine. Something the Irish are also known for. But in all seriousness, that's science and medicine, absolutely. But in all seriousness, I'm very honored to be able to do this with Commissioner Luciano each and every year, for sure. Also, another past president of this board, Commissioner Wayne Richardson, who is with us, who also, during his presidency, carried on this tradition. Well, thank you, Wayne, from that. And you heard from our current president, Commissioner Pomaris, who's continued this tradition that we really re-engaged with, I guess, Commissioner Luciano over 15 years plus ago. It stopped for a little while, and we were very, very proud to be able to re-engage and to do this again. And I'm honored to be with all of you tonight. As it said, as the other half of the unofficial Irish delegation, my heritage, my identity is an important part and a source of great joy, and I'm so proud not only to celebrate, my own roots, but all of our own roots with you now. And I understand the pride in participating in these parades. I had the incredible honor of serving as the 2014 Grand Marshal of the Nutley Parade. And besides, I would say, the birth of my children and my wedding day, that is not something it is not something I will ever forget. I will be forever humbled and thankful for that opportunity to lead that parade and to continue to be with you, to be with all the parades. But that's an honor that as an Irishman, you just don't ever forget. So thank you so much for that. So I acknowledge already our commissioner colleagues who are here and our dignitaries. Thank you again for taking the time in celebrating this evening. Tonight I have the privilege of making the first presentation of our three parades. This Friday, March 13th, the 91st annual Newark St. Patrick's Day Parade will take place in our county seat. The Irish in Newark is a story that begins in the early 1700s with waves of Irish immigrants arriving through the 1800s. They built our first Catholic churches, populated our police and fire departments, and we'll be talking about that in just a second, and took the reins as labor leaders, commissioners, and mayors. It is with pride and gratitude that I invite the Newark Parade contingent to join us so we may present you with our commendations. Please join me in welcoming our parade chairwoman, Susan Garland, our Grand Marshal, Jack Dahl, our Deputy Grand Marshals, Chase Hamilton, Sister Jane McKenna, Monsignor William Riley, Frank York, and Sean Manhan. Let's give them all a round of applause. Which way do you want it on? Oh, court. Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. Mike Farrell is our general chairman. I'm so sorry, Mike. I'm so sorry. Let's give a round of applause. So, thank you. That's it. So proud to present you with these commendations for all that you do to enrich the Irish community and the Essex community as a whole. So we're going to first Deputy Grand Marshal Chase Hamilton. Congratulations, Chase. Are we doing the pictures? How do you want to do it? Want to do it? Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right, don't let things go. One more time.
Commissioner, do you want to come on up for the... Next up, Sister Jane McKenna. Our next Deputy Grand Marshal, Monsignor William Riley. Oh, not here. Senior is not here. Our next Deputy Grand Marshal, Frank Newark. Yay. And Deputy Grand Marshal Sean Mannion. Sean. Not here. Okay. All right. Okay. So each year the Newark St. Patrick's Day Parade is dedicated to someone special. This year it will march in honor of the late James Cryan, a man dedicated to community, adventure, and selfless service. The Cryan family is well known, of course, in Essex County. So may his memory inspire us to bring goodness into our world. It is my pleasure to present you with this commendation honoring the parade committee. So Mike, I'm going to ask you to come up. We have a presentation for the general chairman. Congratulations on the work. Yep, of course. So finally, and of course, certainly not least, I'm delighted to introduce the 2026 Grand Marshal of the Newark St. Patrick's Day Parade, Jack Dahl. I'm going to, with your permission, Jack, I'm going to lead a little bit from the commendation for everyone here today. So, John Dahl, a.k.a. Jack, is an Irish name, is the third of 5 children born to Joseph F. and Joan A. Dahl, growing up in the Vailsburg section of Newark's West Ward. There were just a few Irish over there in Vailsburg. In 1977, tragedy struck the Dahl family with the line of duty death of Jack's father, a captain in the Newark Fire Department. His father's sacrifice profoundly shaped Jack's life and inspired his own calling to service. In 1978, Jack entered the Newark Fire Department as a third-generation firefighter. Over 32 years, he earned several commendations for bravery and retired in 2010 as a battalion chief. Jack's dedication extended beyond the firehouse. He served in numerous leadership roles, including treasurer of the Newark Firefighters Union, a board member of the Fire Officers Union, and many more. He is the president of the Newark Fire Department Holy Name Society, where he chairs the annual Memorial Mass, now in its 109th year. You can give a round of applause for that. Since 2004, he has also owned and operated John M. Dole Electrical Contractors. A long-serving member of the Newark St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee, Jack has held numerous leadership roles, ultimately also serving as the general chair for the 2020 and 21 parade. He is a longtime member of the Essex County Police and Fire Emerald Society, the Giblin Association, and serves as the Vice President of the Friends of Brian Brook. He's an avid skier and golfer. He has shared 35, which one do you do better? Skiing, okay. He has shared 35 years of marriage with his wife, Veronica. They are proud parents of 2 sons, Jack Jr. with his wife, Sharon, and Matthew, a computer engineer. It goes without saying that you have earned this high honor. We share your pride as we present you this commendation as the Grand Marshal of the 2026 Newark St. Patrick's Day Parade. Microphone is yours.
Thank you for having us here tonight, to the Board of Commissioners. This is a beautiful building. Recreation seems to be at the top of near the top of your priority list, because the golf courses are gorgeous. But I digress. The American experience in the last 250 years couldn't be written without the contribution of Irish Americans. In the first half of the 19th century, long before the mass migrations of the early 20th century, the Irish, escaping tyranny, came to these shores in search of a better way to live, and they found it. However, their franchise and Americanism came at a price. Many were handed muskets as they stepped off the ship and sent to places called Antietam and Fredericksburg. That sacrifice for the freedoms they enjoyed continued throughout our brief history as a nation at Belleau Wood, Guadalcanal, Chosin Reservoir, Quai San, Fallujah, where many of them distinguished themselves. They came home to a nation yearning to spread its wings and participated in every aspect of American life and culture. They mainstreamed our Catholic faith, built the railroads, climbed the high steel, put out the fires, and chased the bad guys. In a nutshell, they settled this land, and in the process, enriched our country and have been instrumental in what it has become, the greatest nation and the most renowned culture the world has ever known. Many have come after us, but it was the Irish that paved the way. And that's why our story is not merely a story of migration and settlement. Ours is truly a uniquely American story, one that we continue to be writing even today. And that is why on St. Patrick's Day, we say everyone is Irish, because all Americans share in the freedoms and bounty greatly made secure by the Irish diaspora. So on March 13th in the city of Newark, in a tradition that stretches back 91 years now, we will celebrate those contributions and glorify God through the intercession of the patron saint of Ireland, Patrick, the oldest parade of its kind in New Jersey, dedicated this year to my old friend Jim Cryan, who we dearly miss. It would be an understatement to say that I am thrilled to lead the Newark contingent down the streets of my childhood home, past the places where I waited for the bus while attending Essex Catholic, on Broadway, or rode an engine, aerial ladder, or chief's car while serving as a third-generation member of the Newark Fire Department for 32 years, as the Commissioner noted. And sadly, the place where my father, Deputy Chief Joseph Dow, made the supreme sacrifice in 1977. I wish to salute and thank the Board of Commissioners and their staffs for this evening, for this fine gathering of all the committees and honorees of the St. Patrick's Day parades. I thoroughly enjoyed the Nutley Parade, Deidre, and have participated in the West Orange Parade for as long as I can remember. The hard work of your committees is evident in the scale, pageantry, and reverence of both events. Of course, I will see you all again on Sunday, but first I'll see you on Friday. I couldn't sit down without recognizing the work of my own committee. Our chairman, Michael Farrell, my fellow honorees, Sister Jane, Frank, Chase Hamilton, my chief of staff, Kathy Conley, been instrumental in this journey, and my wife, Veronica. Veronica, stand up. Take a bow. And some of the committee members in the back, Dawn Cole, Gwen Glazer, Barbara Lyons, Patty Byrne, and Sue Garland. Thank you all very much. Having been a general chair, I know what it's like to put these things on the street. And I can tell you this, being Grand Marshal is much better.
Another round of applause for our Grand Marshal. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome our talented bagpiper, Joe McGonigal, up to the front for another performance, joining us this year. Joe, thank you so much for doing this again. Joe is the leader of the United Gaelic Pipe Band of Kearney, which was founded 77 years ago by his grandfather, Sean. We are always delighted when you can join us. Joe, please take it away. of applause for that. Thank you. I'm now honored to introduce our next parade honorees of this evening. On Saturday, March 7th, Nutley brought out the Irish in all of us at its 47th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. It is my pleasure to invite the Nutley Parade contingency to the podium to receive the Board of Commissioners. So please join me in welcoming the President of the Nutley Irish American Association, Deirdre Hollywood. Grand Marshal Steve Blank, Deputy Grand Marshal Noel Lenahan, firefighter. Exactly. Okay, lost our firefighter of the year. Okay. That's fine. Well, we'll still give firefighter of the year, Brandon Griffith, a round of applause. Our member of the year, Catherine Bennett, and our parade queen, Victoria Keeley. So again, we are proud to present these commendations for all that you do to enrich the Essex Irish community and the Essex community as a whole. We had a beautiful day on Saturday. It was Irish beach weather, perfect, which was fantastic to kind of kick off our Essex County season. So first, let us congratulate our first Deputy Grand Marshal, Noel Lenahan. Noel, congratulations. Our member of the year, Catherine Bennett. Of course. Just our grandfather. Our break is not. Yeah, she's not here. Okay. Yes, okay. So now it's my pleasure to introduce, she's actually got a few of these now, so I'm wondering where you're putting them all. It's my pleasure to introduce the president of the Nutley Irish American Association, Deirdre Hollywood. Year after year, Deirdre has led this organization and event with grace, has done a fantastic job orchestrating what is sure always to be a vibrant and exuberant expression of Irish love and heritage. Deirdre, it's my privilege to present you with the commendation to honor you and your parade committee, which also renamed Franklin Avenue after all of our various honorees, both Franklin Avenue and Center Street. So I know that's also a big, big deal, something I also will never, ever forget. But Deirdre, you have continuing the legacy of of your predecessor and others who have held that position to continue to make Nutley one of the best parades in not only the county but in the state. Congratulations.
So Brendan, I just want to take a minute and thank you for the past 15 years. We've been together pretty much all 15 years. I think I might have 1 year on you though, so I think. But you've been an incredible leader and friend to the Irish community, a friend to Nutley, and you've been a friend to me. And in your next step in life, I wish you all the best. We're going to miss you, and you're leaving us with Lenny. But thankfully, we have Kathy Brown. So thank you, Kathy, for all the rest. But Brendan, thank you tremendously.
Thank you so much, Deirdre. I do appreciate that. For those who may not know, I'm not seeking re-election, so this is finishing out my 15th year on the board of county commissioners, but I will always make it to be at this event for sure. So and to participate in any way, but thank you for that so much, Deirdre. So, finally, again, the 2026 Grand Marshal of the Nutley St. Patrick's Day Parade, Steve Blank. Come on, Steve. Good to see you. So, Steve is proud of his heritage, which on his mother's side comes from County Kilkenny and Down. He was born in the ironbound section of Newark prior to moving to Nutley as a child. He attended St. Mary's School and is a proud graduate of high school and William Patterson College University. He is currently retired, but started his career in local and state government before a long and distinguished career in finance. He is one of the founding members of the Nutley Irish American Association and the Nutley St. Patrick's Day Parade. He serves as the president of the Ironbound Irish Association and was honored to be named Member of the Year in 2007. He is also a bass drummer for the St. Brendan the Navigator Pipes and Drums in Point Pleasant. Steve moved down to the shore in 2001, where he and his wife Cindy lived in Toms River. Together, they have a daughter, Brianna, with husband Phil and son Brett and wife Maria. Brett and Maria are expecting a baby boy any day. Was he here? I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Okay. Congratulations. Give that a round of applause. You know. And you're still here. So that's okay. Steve, thank you for all you've done for the people of Nutley and for the Essex County Irish community. We share your pride to present you with this commendation. It was an honor to be with you on Saturday, to march with you on the 2026 Nutley St. Patrick's Day Parade. Congratulations. So, as ladies and gentlemen, our honorees from the Nutley St. Patrick's Day Parade, as they take their seats, I'd like to welcome back to the front the talented Veronica Shea for another musical interlude. Veronica is a singer, actor, producer, and digital marketer, passionate about storytelling and sharing authentic on-stage connection with audiences. She is attracted to art forms and stages of production, from play readings to full-scale operas, experimental contemporary music, oral work. You can read more about her and all of our honorees in the program. Really encourage everyone to take the programs with them as well. I think actually, Commissioner Luciano, after this, you'll be taking the program over. So I did just want to again thank everyone for the last 15 years of being able to do this with all of you, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Deirdre. Not going too far. We'll continue to be here in any way I can to support each and every one of you, and of course, always to celebrate our Irish heritage. Thank you.
So I was thumbing through that. How many of you danced for Peter Smith?
And Alicia, my sister did
West Orange or where?
We did the Newark parade a lot. Yeah.
No, where did you take class?
What was the class? Was it West Orange? And
I was at the YWCA in Glen Ridge. Oh, great times. The likelihood that people will know this song is 100%, so please join. If I can remember.
Our
Let's give it up again to our musicians. Especially in a time, you know, where we talk about hard budget cuts and doing away with the fine arts and music and art. You know, I read about it, I see it everywhere. But you guys are an inspiration, and thank you. And even to my daughter in the back, I hope that she decides to take up an instrument or decides to sing. She tries now, that's for sure. It's a little different than your voice, but it'll get there one day. But thank you guys. Again, let's give it up. So, talk about saving the best for last. That would be me. I'm just kidding. No, that would be the West Orange Parade Committee and dignitaries. And that we will start with by saying, well, first let me just tell you guys, because, you know, listen, my friend over here, who's been my partner for 15 years, you know, he talked about gaining hair. I'll tell you, I gained a couple other things too, pounds, right? Gained a child. You know, I took the tie off, so I did lose a couple of things. Brendan lost a couple of things too. He lost some more hair. He lost some pounds. The stress of having two teenagers at home, right? But we've been partners. He lost the congressional race, but you know what? We're very proud of what he did. We worked really hard. A lot of folks in this room supported him, and that's democracy, right? You know, we all got out there and support people for different offices. Again, I tell people, you win some, you lose some. I started by losing 3 elections. I've won the last 6, 5 generals and a primary. Looking forward to winning again this year. You know, but Brendan decided, you know, retirement, or at least temporary retirement, to regroup and figure out what's next. You know, to my 2 colleagues, I want to give them a shout again. President Palmaris and former President Richardson, they too, like me, will be here next year. They are seeking re-election, and as a team we will win, and we will carry this tradition on and continue. I know we also ragged on my last name, and my father's actually in the back, so I have had the privilege of being half Gaelic and half Garlic my entire life. So I have been a proud Italian, Irish, American. Dad, I know you're here tonight. It's, you know, it's not your night. October was yours for Columbus Day. But yeah, I've had the best of both worlds, and I've really enjoyed it. I love these programs. But let's move on and say, listen, we're all excited for the upcoming 73rd annual West Orange St. Patrick's Day Parade, which is going to be this Sunday, March 15th. At this time, I'm going to invite up our West Orange Parade contingent, and that'll start up with our parade chair, Michael Cunningham, who does a great job. Let's bring him up. We have our Grand Marshal, Tom Brennan. Let's go to Tom. There he is over there. Our Deputy Grand Marshals, Eileen Cassels-Aker and Daniel Cunningham, Bill McElroy, and Steve Schaefer. Let's bring up our Deputy Grand Marshals. I did spend some time with you guys just a couple of weeks ago over at the Hanover Manor. It was one of the most amazing events that I've been to over the years, very well attended, and that's, again, attributed to our chairperson and the dignitaries you chose, because we know who fills those seats, and thank you guys. So again, I'm proud to present you these commendations to enrich Essex Irish community and Essex County as a community as a whole. Our first Deputy Grand Marshal is Eileen Cassels-Aker. let's come up here. Eileen, congratulations. Pictures to you.
One more.
Give it up for Eileen. One of my colleagues actually just joined us, Commissioner Taishami Cooper. Let's give it up for Coach Taishami. Thank you for joining us. Next, we have Deputy Grand Marshal Daniel Cunningham. Daniel, come on up. If anyone wants pictures, come on up. We don't like. For a vote, yes. For a vote,
I might bite into anything. True.
Maybe not.
Next.
Deputy Grand Marshal Bill McAvoy, let's bring up Bill. And Deputy Grand Marshal Steve Schaefer. Steve. Now, before I introduce our Grand Marshal, and I don't really know you well, but I do know your father over the years. We'll give it up for our former Essex County Surrogate, Joe Brennan. Joe Brennan is a very strong supporter of Brendan and I's over the years, and a mentor and a friend. But before I do that, I'm going to bring up Mike Cunningham. And Michael, please, I want to present you first with this commendation for the board. It also renames Main Street on Sunday, March 15th as Brendan Boulevard in honor of our Grand Marshal. And again, congratulations to you for all your hard work and always being here and everything you do for the Irish community.
One more. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Luciano. I do want to echo your words on wishing Commissioner Gill the best of luck. The support that you've given, all of our parades, Nutley gets a little more support than everyone else. But we wouldn't be able to do this every year, the past 15 years without you. Good luck with everything. Thank you to all the commissioners every year for helping us out throwing this event. We have to deal with our towns every year, and the towns can be one problem. It's nice to know that we don't have to pick a fight with the county. We thank you so much for that. And a big shout out to Kathy Brown for all the work she does for the commissioners every year. I'll let Tom say a couple words about our parade, but it is this Sunday. I think we're going to have great weather. I hope it's not as hot as it was today. In the mornings usually where it might get a little swampy in there.
It's true.
But it's going to be a great day. We all are very excited to march in Newark on Friday and share your parade with you. We hope we see everyone on Sunday. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. And finally, again, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our 2026 Grand Marshal, and that would be Tom Brennan. Let's give it up for Tom Brennan. Come on up here. Just a few bullets about Tom. Tom is the proud son of West Orange, the youngest son of Joe, who I mentioned, and Eileen Brennan. In his 20s, Tom worked locally at a place that I'm familiar with, and I'm sure Art Dillon's Tavern. Along with a few other local spots, Moe's Pizzeria, and he met the love of his life, Rena Ann Tosco, right? And that's how these things work. These you never know where you're going to be, but it's usually in the workplace or somewhere in your collegiate career. Tom's career started at the Home Depot, where he received many professional awards. In 2008, he joined Precision Escalator Products, rising to his current role as production plant manager. Tom's values are deep-rooted in family, faith, and tradition. He and Rena Ann reside in Rockaway with their 2 children, Dominic and Leah. He is deeply involved in his community and volunteers for youth sports organizations. Tom is active in many Irish organizations, the Dillon Association, Irish Society of the Oranges, ancient owner of the Hibernians, Division 9, Friendly Sons of St. Patrick, and St. Patrick's Guard of Honor. Tom's Catholic faith remains central in his life. He grew up in Our Lady of the Valley Church community, where he and Rena were married in 2010. Following his family's tradition, he is a parishioner at St. Cecilia's in Rockaway, and his children in Divine Mercy Academy. Tom has marched in the West Orange St. Patrick's Day Parade since his birth, a holiday in the Brennan household. And of course, we hope to see Dad out there and everyone with you this Sunday. For over 25 years, he has served on the parade committee, serving as Sergeant of Arms, Vice Chairman, and Chairman. Tom will be making parade history, 3-generation family to hold the distinction of Grand Marshals for the West Orange. Pretty impressive, right? So I'm sure I'm only scratching the surface about your resume and your history, but we look forward to it. And of course, most importantly, we look forward to a few words from you. Go ahead.
Thank you again. I'm going to try and keep it brief. I know that's tough in a room full of Irish and politicians, but certainly try. I want to sincerely thank the Essex County Board of County Commissioners for hosting this wonderful celebration. Your commitment to recognizing community service, cultural heritage, and civic pride means more than I could adequately express. West Orange has always been a place where tradition and a strong sense of community go hand in hand. And I am incredibly proud to represent our township in this special way. I want to extend heartfelt congratulations to my fellow West Orange honorees, Bill, Steve, Eileen, and Dan. Each of you exemplifies the spirit of service and generosity that defines our community. We may come from different backgrounds and walks of life, but we are united by a shared love of heritage, family, and giving back. To the parade committee, led by Mike Cunningham, nobody really knows what it takes to put a parade on the street until you see it firsthand, and they do a wonderful, excellent job. Thank you for all that. It is equally important to recognize the proud traditions of the Newark and Nutley St. Patrick's Day parades and their distinguished honorees. These parades are more than festive gatherings. They are living tributes to the generations of Irish Americans who helped build our neighborhoods, strengthen our institutions, and enrich the cultural fabric of Essex County. St. Patrick's reminds us not only of our Irish heritage, but also the universal values that celebrate faith, resilience, community, and hope. In times that can often feel divided, our parades bring us together and remind us all that our diversity is our strength, and that service to others is among the highest callings. To the commissioners, thank you for shining a light on the positive work being done throughout our county. Your recognition reinforces the importance of community involvement and inspires others to step forward and serve. I am deeply grateful for this honor and for the opportunity to celebrate alongside such individuals dedicated from West Orange, Nutley, and may we continue to march forward together. Pride in our heritage, commitment to our communities, and optimism in the future. Thank you, and hope to see you this Sunday, March 15th on Main Street, West Orange. Thank you. One more.
Let's give a round of applause to West Orange. You guys can, you know, before we conclude the program, and I know it's been mentioned, you know, my colleagues that are, thank you to the Commission. Marissa, Nicole, Latifah, we have Kyle. These folks really help us day in and day out, you know, setting up these, you know, even the step and repeat backdrop here. So thank you guys for putting this all together. I hope to see a lot of you maybe tomorrow night at the Brian Baru dinner in East Hanover. I will be there, as will my colleague Brendan Gill. We want to also give a shout out to Frank, the owner of Michael's Roscommon in Belleville, because Frank provided us with a bunch of food. We hope that you stick around. He's always so generous and such a great guy, and we look forward to that food. But before we do that, really quickly, Reverend Cruz actually had to get back to St. Patrick's. So I'm going to ask Sister Jane to lead us in a final blessing and a blessing of the food. And again, you weren't ready for this one, right? Here you go. Come on in. And again, thank you to everyone for being here. And please hang out and enjoy the food. Thank you.
Oh, good and gracious God, we thank you for this wonderful celebration tonight. We ask your blessing on all our endeavors in the future. And just thank God for our blessings. Just thank God for being Irish. Thank you.
All right. Yes. And normally we announce dignitaries. There was somebody that I forgot. Our former mayor of Caldwell. I know we mentioned you, but Susan Gartland served as our former mayor. Let's give it up there. Is there anybody else I forgot? You know, what we would like to do before you guys eat, if you're wearing the sash and you're part of the committees, the group of commissioners would like to take a group photo with each group. Nutley, West Orange, and Newark. So just really quickly, and we can go in order. We'll start with Newark, and then Nutley, and then West Orange with our group. Thank you guys.